Hola, buenos días. Now I'm going to do a second video. I'm going to go through the Spanish alphabet in a bit more detail. And the first thing I'm going to say is that when we read, and especially when we read vowel sounds, they all make the same sound. So there are only 5 vowels in Spanish. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. And whenever we combine these vowels, we have to just make the same sound. So, for example, in the first letter of the alphabet, we have A. And we have here avion, A-V-I-O-N. So these two vowels here in the middle, I and O, we just have to pronounce them the same way that we learnt them in the alphabet. So I-O, avion. This is very useful to know because it helps us in reading. Whereas in English we have a lot of diphthongs and a lot of different vowel sounds, which gets confusing, but in Spanish it's very, very simple. So first letter A, avión. B, barco. C, conejo. Now this letter C, depending on where you live, some people will say se and others will say se, as in the sound in English, se. In mainland Spain they will mostly say se, but in Canary Islands and South America they will say se. Here we have the word conejo, so it makes a cut sound when followed by an O. In some circumstances it will make a th or a se sound. For example, aceite means oil, A-C followed by an E. That makes a se sound. So now we have 2 letters, but in Spanish it's considered as one because it makes one sound. So this is che for Chile. De, dado. E, elefante. You notice we have to pronounce every vowel, so at the end we also have an E. We also have to pronounce that. Elefante. F, flor. G, guitarra. So this letter G can also make 2 sounds. So if the G, the G, is followed by a U, it makes a G sound. And if it's followed by an E or an I, it will make the G sound. So A, O and U, G sound, and E and I, it will make the G sound. H, hoja. In Spanish, even though we write the letter H or H, we don't actually pronounce this letter. We never pronounce this letter in H. So in writing, we have to remember to put the H. But when we say it, we are only going to say hoja. It's very important to remember and note the spellings because even Spanish speakers who are not so well educated, they will forget to put the H here. J, jirafa, jirafa. K, kilo. L, limon. Note here there's a little mark on the O. This is an accent mark, and it means that when we pronounce the word, we have to put our accent or our pressure on this vowel. So instead of saying limon, where we are automatically putting the accent on the first I, we have to put it on this last vowel, limon. This is double L et J. Makes a J sound, a bit like J. J'avais. This means key. J'avais. M, manzana. N, naranja.